intro. I very rarely do intros like that because it's always so narcissistic, but it is kind of cool creating them. So today we are going to, I know, barefaced. I always feel weird on camera being barefaced because I have like no eyebrows. I have a larger forehead and I don't think I ever noticed that. I don't know, maybe I don't. Anyways, okay, we are going to use the KatVonD 10th anniversary palette. This Get Ready With Me because I needed another, like at least another week with this palette to do a review. But I figured since it's here and I have a few more other things that I'm going to review, I could throw them in here and we could do a Get Ready With Me. I rarely do makeup like just on camera, but I want to get more into it because I like to be able to talk and I can always like fast forward through boring stuff. But yeah, the KatVonD. I also have, because I was talking about this on my Instagram, the Saint and Sinner. I was looking at it and what I could tell is I really don't think there are no shades in here that are exactly the same. They're really like where you could do super dupes, but I think they accompany each other pretty nicely. And I'm just gonna open up. Now the only thing I don't like about the KatVonD packaging is that when you open it, it only goes that far. I like to be able to, like, I don't know, I kind of like the paper or cardboard because I can do this with her Saint and Sinner, right? But regardless, these are the two palettes and I really want to go for a greenish look today. There is like, I've been dying about green eyeshadows. So anyway, there is one green. It's like a really odd green. It's like a navy green if there was a navy green. And then there's this really beautiful like turquoise. I'm gonna try to work that in and then like I don't know, maybe I could use like this color in the crease. It's not gonna be awesomely amazing, but it'll be like using the green eyeshadows. If you want to see on my Instagram, I did like I've done looks with the warm tones and then I did this blue look which was so pretty. Oh my gosh, I loved it. But yeah, look on my Instagram and you can get pictures and inspo and stuff like that there. But yeah, we're just going to get ready together. And that was a long kind of intro. I'm going to use the Hard Candy Hydrating Sheer Envy Primer Mist 12-Hour Power. This is not, it smells good. It kind of smells like cinnamon in my, like, but yeah. I find that this can be a little bit sticky, so normally I will wipe around because, like, honestly, if you don't set it with powder, which I usually don't set like my whole décolleté with powder, and sometimes it'll get on my arm, it's sticky. So I think that it is good for foundation, but not good for after foundation. I did put moisturizer on, usually on the days that I film. For some reason, which is usually Saturday and Sunday, for some reason my skin is like really like weird. It just looks terrible. Like my foundation doesn't look right. And then I'm also going to go in with the Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer by Too Faced. And it's like a, I think it does have like silicones in it or dimethicone, something to fill in your pores, but also like mattify. And I only put this like on my nose, like, you know, the places that you would normally get kind of gross and, you know, have pores. I do have some breakouts for some reason. I, you know, switched some stuff up in my skincare and I don't think it worked very well. So we're going to have to cover those and you'll be interested to know what I'm going to be covering them with today. And I have some new news. I can tell this is going to be a long video and I'm so sorry. If you're not one of my subscribers, I love you, but may not be the best video of mine to watch because I want to catch you guys up a little bit and talk and chat, do an actual Get Ready With Me. But yeah, so I've got that primer on and I'm going to use the Hourglass foundation today because I really actually do love it and I think that it is very lightweight. Oh no, you know what? Sorry. I would like to go in with, totally forgot, the Bye Bye Breakouts by IT Cosmetics. I'm really thinking that it helps. I don't think it has a ton of coverage, for sure. It may kind of look like that on, let's see. You see how it does kind of cover them. It's just like once you get them blended out, there isn't a ton of coverage. They call this like a full coverage concealer. I don't know about that. But anyway, it has, I think, been helping. Like, and if it depends on what kind of skin day I'm having usually, but sometimes it covers a heck of a lot more and works a lot better on the face. See, once I blend, I feel like it's not doing a whole ton, in all honesty. But then I just like tap it out super quick and have my beauty blender fall on the floor. Great, that's good for bacteria. And then honestly, I tend to use a little bit more of this foundation than I thought, honestly, because everybody's like, oh, it's so full coverage, blah, blah, blah. It is, but I feel like sometimes it can just get blended out. So that's about my coverage level for this foundation. And then I could just use a brush to blend this out. I have the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and I always stipple. I very rarely like rub too much because I feel like once you start rubbing, especially like dry or acne prone skin, it didn't work out. It doesn't work out very well. So I'm just going to blend this out. And alright, so now that that is blended out, and I was just like looking for stuff frantically because, you know, there is still some stuff poking through, and I don't really like how this is sitting on my face right now today. Who knows why, but we are going to continue. I want to use the Cover FX. This is their cream palette. I like this better than the Anastasia one. Is that a bad thing to say? It's just so much creamier. I just don't know what to say. I really don't. And I'm going to use this Wet n Wild concealer. This is their Photo Focus concealer. What color are you in? Like, do you have a color? Light Ivory. So I'm going to use that for the bags, per se. And then I am going to contour bronze. These are very bronzy colors, I will say that. I got the medium neutral. So I think that if I looked through, I could find a more cool toned one. But honestly, I've never really been a big fan of like really cool toned contouring anyway. What was I trying to say there? And I don't know, I love it. I really do. And I feel like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one that I got, the cream contour, they're very hard to blend. And then you have to put an oil in them. And they're just not super handy because not always do I have an oil. That doesn't give full coverage, but once you put powder over top of it and whatnot, you'll be fine. And to blend out, where did I put that brush? I want to try using this brush, the contouring brush, a little bit, just because, I don't know, like, a lot of people use these brushes, but I don't know how. See, it is a little bit, like, bronzier. And this was the neutral one. I don't know. See, I find these so hard to, like, maybe if you want to place the color there, not a big deal, but I'm just going to use a fluffy brush to kind of, you know, do this. I just feel like it's easier. right, and now we're gonna set it. Let's get my beauty blender out because just want to make sure. And I'm going to use the Peach Perfect setting powder. I do enjoy this powder, but if you don't enjoy scented stuff, you ain't gonna like it. It's so finely milled though. If you have like a really, what am I trying to say here? If you have like a really, if you have like a really full coverage eye going on, this is going to set that perfectly. And I don't normally bake, I just, like, it does really nicely set, but because I, like, you know, it's not a full coverage concealer, you can still see some darkness under my eyes. It's usually just a really pretty set. And normally I will literally just go up my nose, on my forehead with that powder. And then on my cheeks, I usually use a more full coverage powder. This one is really good, the Fit Me. All over the face, I think that's gorgeous. Today, I'm going to use the Better Skin, and I'm going to be careful with this because I think it is a little dark, but I have been tanner lately. I don't know, it's a little bit dark, so what I'm going to do is right away, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just brush that down my neck a little bit, just so that I don't look completely nuts, because I have a lot of acne and whatnot and scarring on my cheeks, so. And I'll usually just work that around. I know it is like, you know, a lot of powder, but I'm going to set this with a setting powder. And lately my nose has been kind of red lately too for some reason. Or set this with a setting powder. I'm going to set this with a mist. And usually that brings it down. Like, I'll usually do a long-term mist and a hydrating mist. I'm just kind of looking in the mirror. See, and even now, these are still, you know, they're still poking out. And, you know, you got acne, you're going to find that there isn't a whole ton that's going to do much about that. But, you know, live, learn, it's just acne. It will go away. It's not that big of a deal. Let's go in with my Project Pan bronzer. I'm going to do a Project Pan / Empties video today. And I'm just going in with the Chocolate Soleil, I think it is. Yeah, it is. And I think it's the milk chocolate. Pretty sure it is the milk chocolate. And I'm just bronzing my face. My bronzer hasn't been coming out all that amazing lately. And I don't know if it's because of like my pan being all weird. I try to really get that brush in there, but I don't know. It's been patchy a little bit. But I really want to use up this full bronzer, and I'm going to take the eyeshadows out and I'm going to put them in my Z palette and hopefully use them up as well. But I was really hoping to see how long it would take me to get rid of it's just a small pan bronzer, and I'm going to say about 3 to 6 months, because I don't know how long exactly I have with it still. Like, I'm going to go the mile. I'm going to use it up. I'm going to, you know, re-pan it so that I can actually get product out of it, because God knows once it starts to get really panny, you get. Anyway, bronzed. Okay, let's go in with blush. Ooh, what do I want to use as blush? Okay, so there's been two kind of main blushes I've been using. I have been using the Clinique Cheek Pop. I have a few things to say. I'm going to do it in a like larger kind of small things I bought kind of review, so I can review the Fenty lip gloss and the highlighter and all that stuff, because I get those like little kits kind of thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've been using the Milani, okay? I've been using the Clinique, and I've also been using the blushes in here. I have some words. I want to use this though. Let's use this palette. And I am the type of person that's kind of heavy with blush. Like, not always, but I feel like sometimes color on my cheeks and my temples and whatnot draws away from, you know, the bottom of my face, which is where I get a lot of acne. I know it's hormonal acne and I probably have to check it out from the doctor and whatnot, which I really would like to do soon. I do have an appointment in a couple months, so we'll see about that. But like, it's always on my chin, never anywhere else, which is so annoying. But yes, there's the blush. It is pretty, like, oh, and I just mixed these two in the palette. These two. Let's open it up. This two. This one, well, looks like there's like a little bit of hard pan there. But anyway, I use this palette a lot. The only like color I haven't really used that much is this middle blue shade right here, because I don't know, I've been scared. It's kind of a purpley highlight. I want to use it at some point, but I haven't used it yet, as to say. Now, I usually put my highlight on after I am done my brows. It's just the way I like to do it. Sometimes I even put it on last. So let's go in. First, I'm going to use this Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. And just really de-powder that face, because obviously I know today I did really kind of powder. And then I'm also going to go in with the Peach Perfect mattifying spray, kind of in this area where I normally, like, you know, it just starts to go south really quickly. And it's not really that hot out today, but you know, I want to prolong my makeup. You gotta shake this. Alright, and I don't know about this sprayer. I'm just gonna, it's actually really pretty. Maybe I'm just holding it. See, I do get like a couple little water droplets with that. I know it's not the full size, so maybe the full size is better. See, I did get, like, I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. I'm gonna have to tap, 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 tap. There we go. But yeah, so that is the face, and I'm just going to actually do my brows off camera. I have a brow video coming up, but because it takes me a little bit, and because, as you can see, I have like the weirdest brows south of forever. So I'm gonna go and do those quickly, and then we will get into the eyes with this palette. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, eyebrows on. I'm never happy with my eyebrows, but they look pretty even, so let's just say they're perfect. Alright, I'm going to start with a base. And I'm going to use the Jumbo Eye Pencil from LA Colors. I have a few of them, but the white is definitely my fave. It just is. And we're going to do a green look today. Hi to anyone that used the timestamp in the beginning. This is the eyes. I have done my whole face, and it probably took me 15 minutes to edit and everything, like edit this down. So I'm sorry if it's a little long. I just wanted to chill out and just do a get ready with me video today, which I never do. Alright, now I'm just gonna take I always keep wipes by me because I hate having like stuff on my fingers, but I love blending things out on my fingers. So the first thing we're gonna start with, obviously, is the Kat Von D 10th anniversary palette, and I'm going to use a big huge fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into okay, so this one I think is Chad. I think it is, because the palette would be like this. The first color here is Chad, and it is just like, you know, that every time color that you put on as a base for your matte shades. Some people don't do this, and sometimes I've tried not doing it, and it just, I don't know. I'm just so used to it that, you know, it's a habit now, And I feel like it does kind of help me out a little bit, especially if I get in a blending disaster. Which with Kat Von D's eyeshadows, because they're so pigmented and beautiful, I tread carefully. Alright, so the next color I'm going to go into, and I've been contemplating this a little bit, I really want to use the like yellower tones, especially I want to use this green up here that I haven't used yet. It's not the type of green that I was like, you know, really wanting out of a palette, but it's a green nonetheless. Anyway, we're going to go in with, this one would be Ashley in the palette, hopefully. Sometimes it just, you know. And this one was way more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. It is a Itchy Nose, of course. It's like a beige, but it has a very strong yellow undertone. And I kind of love it. I wasn't expecting like that strong of an undertone with this, which is good because they have that navy green in there, and I was like, how am I going to work this beautiful green into a look? Because it was just, it's stunning. I've really been looking for, like, if I'm gonna buy a palette, I want it to have things in it that I don't really have in my collection. I've yet to do a collection video, and I really want to because it is becoming ridiculous. Like, I loved eyeshadows for a very long time. My cat is trying to get out of the room. Mama! There she is. I cannot lift her up because she's way too heavy for that. She would hate me. But yeah, it's just this really pretty shade, and now I'm going to go into the green, and because I guarantee this is probably going to be pretty pigmented, I'm going to use a smaller brush. This one is Malice, I think. I hope. And I'm going to get into that. There isn't a ton of kickback in these shadows though, which I do find that some of her mattes can have kickback, but I kind of like that because that means they're, ooh, that green is pigmented. Alright, now I'm going to need a bigger brush. Alright, so now that I've got that green, I really kind of just packed it in the crease and then really tried to blend it up here. I am going to, you know, go a little concealer today because I wasn't sure how messy this was going to be. It's not super messy, but there is some darkness here that I didn't want. So then I'm just going to go and do it on the other eye, and we will come back and see what we're gonna like put on the lids. I'm excited. Okay, so now that I have that blended, sadly, I kind of did have some, like, not blending issues. I don't know, maybe it is that white base, but I don't know. Something happened. Either way, I have been thinking about what I want to do with this look to, like, pull it off. And I'm really thinking that I want to take this gold and go all over the lid with it and then sprinkle this color. This is Adele, and I want to put it in the middle a little bit. So we're going to try and pull this off, and I just got to find the right brush for the job. Okay, so we're going to go in with this really tiny brush, and I'm going to take, I'm trying to figure out what I would like to use. I think I'm going to try glitter glue, and we'll see how this works. I'm going to do one eye at a time, so I'll do one eye on camera, and then I will do the other eye off camera, and then I will come back with like liner and lashes and all that jazz. So let's just start. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the lid, and because I have hooded eyes, I usually go just a tiny bit into my crease, which does lead to creasing sometimes, but it is what it is. Then, because I really want this to go over well, I'm going to take the gold on my finger. Oh yeah, it's happening. And I'm going to tap that, trying to go as close as I can. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Okay, see, I knew it would all come together. And then I'm going to take, ooh, I need a brush just like, here we go. I have just a tiny little angled brush. I'm going to take a little bit of that gold and get into my inner corner. Now, chances are throughout the day, this is going to transfer on my lid, but I honestly, ooh, we do have some fallout. Let's see how easy it is. Super easy to dust away. That gold just has some gold glitter in it, so I think that was the ish. And then I'm just going to take another brush and go right back into that green and go around that area a little bit. Just to clean it up, because sometimes I tend to get a little bit like messy, I guess. I don't know, doing my makeup on camera is never as good as doing my makeup on my own for some reason. It just isn't. Can't tell you why. Maybe it's because I sit differently or I concentrate more. I have no idea, but just happens to be better when I'm just, you know, sitting down. All right, so as I said, we're gonna take this color right here, which is like this super shimmery beautifulness, and we're gonna take a little of that glitter glue again, just so that I have something to stick it to. And we're gonna go right on, I think I'm gonna do the outer corner. And with my finger as well. This is so like no fallout, very baked, very pretty. Oh, not baked. What was I thinking? Very like, ooh. Oh, there's some other shadows that are just like it. And of course, I'm kind of just marrying those two colors together. And I'm just going to take a blending brush again and just kind of, you know, clean up my work. I don't know, that green just did not work as well as I was hoping. For some reason, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to take my Smoke and Whistles highlight from ColourPop, which is my project pan. I'm going to do a video on that today. And I'm going to take just kind of a fluffier brush and go brow bone very lightly, just so I can try and clean that up a little bit. I don't know exactly what was going on here. Who knows? And I'm also going to use it just in my inner corner because it will brighten it up, and it is a little peachy, but I think that looks really pretty. Okay, so this is the first eye. I will come back and I'm going to have lashes, liner, all that good stuff on. I don't know, I'm not going to do a wing today, but I am going to clean this up a little bit. So I will be right back to see the final transformation, which you already saw in the intro, but you know, the final transformation. All right, guys, well, this is the finished look. And I love it. I think it's so pretty. Like, after you get everything on, Like, if the blending's not perfect, it doesn't matter because it's absolutely stunning. This lip I have on is actually an AOA Studios one from Shot Miss A, and it is in Solo. It's this really pretty, like, kind of greeny silver color. It's beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was probably a long one. Thumbs up this video if you made it till the end. Thumbs up this video if you loved it. I love this palette. I don't think I'm going to have a ton of bad things to say about it, but I am going to do my review of it next week. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, of course, if you enjoyed my content, if you enjoy me. And yeah, I post tons of other content, lots of reviews, lots of other stuff. I am going on a no-buy for a couple months. We're going to try and get a new car, so that may be something that I have to take into consideration. But there's always fun content on my channel, so click around. I will put a video right here, and I will put a video right here for you guys to watch, and I hope you guys enjoy them. You know, they're right there. You should click on them anyway. Why not? And I hope you enjoyed this video. Mwah! I love you guys. Bye!